Welcome. Today we're exploring RAD Endpoint Generator, a powerful tool to help developers create full stack applications from simple CSV files. We are at the website radendpoint.com. It gives information about the RAD Endpoint Generator. It's quick web API endpoints. So scrolling down through this page, you can see more information about what RAD Endpoint Generator is. And I'm just scrolling through to the different sections until we get down to the bottom where there's a link to take you to a wizard that allows you to create a free application. So down here at the bottom, it says Generate Free Application. And what we'll do is we'll go over here and go to the website and create an application. It's very simple. It's a 3-step process. So now we're at GUI.radendpoint.com, which tells you what the site's about. And it also has a free option for the ABP framework, which is an enterprise level .NET framework for creating DDD applications. So the next step is to create an account. So if you don't have an account, you would have to register and agree to the privacy policy and cookie policy, which is basically saying that we use your information to run the website and send you a link with your download project. So for this instance, we're going to go over here and log in with the user I have already created. And this one is a normal user. It has no admin privileges. So this is the free account that you would have with your own email address. When the project is completed, it will send a link to your email with the project download. So I'm going to log in, and I don't know what the holdup was there. I guess there was some activity. So anyway, we're now logged in, and it gives you this option of Generator Wizard. So in the Generator Wizard, you go in here, and it first step is to upload a CSV file. So upload a CSV, and we'll go to my CSV demo files, and we will select video game. Has a list of some video games here that we want to keep track of. So we're going to use that one as an example. If you look at what it did, it gave a display name, video game sample. This will be on top of the application in the web interface showing the name of the sample. The object name is the object that's for the Visual Studio solution. And it's also the object for the different applications. The entity name, which is the actual entity of the data. This is the table in the database. And then it has a primary key, which for this instance is ID. And then we can go over to the next step, options. In the options area, we have a number of options we can choose. We can choose MudBlazer, Radson, QuickGrid, React Fluent UI, React Tailwind CSS, Maui Blazor, or Web API. There's some other options that we'll discuss in another demo later. So for this instance, we're going to select MudBlazer because it has the most features. And then we're going to create the app as a third step. So on the Create App page, it shows the app creation script. And it has the information related to the MudBlazer project, which is a Blazor WebAssembly application. Now, if we wanted to use ABP as the project, we could select the checkbox here and create an ABP project. But for this instance, we're just going to create the normal MudBlazer project. And we click Finish, and it will start the process. It is now running in the background, creating your video game sample. And so this can take around 3 minutes, depending on the system load. And while you're waiting, you can go and create more projects if you want, because it's puts them in a queue and it will not start the next project until the first one is either completed with success or failure. Now, it also provides a download link for your CSV file, the one that you uploaded. If you notice down in the bottom left, it has a unique ID for the file name to make it where you won't overwrite someone else's files. Now, this projects are only your projects for that specific user. You will not see other users' projects. Once it gets done, it will create a link that you can download the full project with full source code, no binaries, and it's ready to unzip and load with your Visual Studio and run. It has a developer certificate capability to allow you to have a secure website running on your system. You can also publish it for production use. You would need to create your own certificate for that. Let's see, it also shows the object name, the entity name, the primary key, and the option that was used for the project over to the right. So this page updates the status every minute. It'll check to see what the status of the application is. So if you have something else to do, you want to go get a drink, cup of coffee, whatever, and come back, it should be ready. It says check back in 5 minutes or more. Now, if other people are making applications, it could take more than 3 minutes. So if you notice in some of the previous samples, it was around, 3 minutes almost. So we'll give it a little more time here and see what happens. So fast forward now, it's been about 3 minutes and it's completed and success is true. So that's good news. We have the link for the download project, and if you notice over to the bottom left, it shows the actual link to the zip file. So we're going to click and download this project, and you can see it downloading, and it's pretty small. It has no binary. So then we're going to open the folder, unzip the project, and we will run the application to show what it actually is. So we open the folder and it's a Visual Studio application. So we can launch Visual Studio by clicking the solution file, and take a few seconds to load, and here it is. Here's our video game sample application. Now all we have to do now is click the run. We're going to run without debug to make it start up quickly. So now it's building the project, and you'll see a console window pop up, and then we'll have access to the website. It's that simple. And it's very quick. You can go and edit your source code, content, do whatever you want after you get your project, publish it. So now we have this console showing the secure website and the non-secure website. So we're going to go to the secure website and launch it. So now it's showing the default landing page, which is a generic website that has placeholders for your text and images. You can modify this however you feel, and change the images, change the text. It's just a basic page for your website. So if you notice, it also has this little sun over here. It changes it for dark mode or light mode. So right now we're in dark mode, and we can change it to light mode. Dark mode, light mode, dark mode. I like dark mode, so we're going to leave it at dark mode. So if you notice over here to the left, it has this switch toggle. This allows us to turn on the login feature. So we turn it on, and now we have these new navigation buttons at the top. So we have home, register, login. So since there's already 2 default users, we don't need to register, but if you wanted to create a new user, you could register and create a new user. So right now we're just going to log in. So we're going to use the default that I've used before, which is the admin user. It gives us access to not only the entity, but user administration. So we're going to log in, and now we're logged in. And if you see at the top, now we have additional links to click on. We have the video game, and we have user, and change password. So for this, I want to use a different navigation, so we can click the switch and give us a side navigation instead of the top navigation. So on the side navigation, it shows the video game user change password logout. So we're going to do video game, and you can see here's all the video games that was in the CSV file. So this page allows you to do CRUD. We just read all the video games in, and we can update them, we can delete them, or we can create new ones. So for this case, we're going to go and modify something in here. Let's see, how about, we'll just modify the first one. So we click the little pencil to update it, and we're going to call it, we'll just change the, I don't know. We'll just add something on to the end of the name. We'll just say test, just to show that it can be updated. And so now it's been updated, it has test. And then let's see, we can delete one. So let's just go and delete one. We can delete this one that says, are you sure you want to delete this record? So if you're sure, go ahead and click delete. And so now the record is gone. And if you also notice, it has paging. The default is 10 items per page. You can change it to be more. So since we have more than 10 records, we might want to see all of them. So we can choose 25 for this instance. 25, and now we see all those records. And it has a vertical scroll bar, so you can scroll down to your records. If you don't like scrolling, you can set it to the number of records that fits the page, which this case is 10. And now you see the first 10 records. And then if you want to see the next page, click the icon here on the right, and it takes us to the next page. Now if you want to add one, we can click the add and add a new one. We'll say test game, and that's just good for now. So here's our new record, test game. So that's pretty much it for the simple Mudblazer CSV using your data to an application. You log out, it will take you back to the default website that it creates for you. Here we go. We're back to the default website. And again, if you don't like the dark mode, you can change it to light mode. So that's pretty much it for this demo. Thank you for viewing this demo, and I plan to have additional demos in the near future. In the meantime, if you would like to go to the radendpoint.com and review the information, and on the contact page there's additional information about what we offer. We offer a number of other features and options for RAD Endpoint, and also custom development and hardware solutions. And we're currently adopting AI into our products and various chatbots and other features. So please check back, and hope that you enjoy this demo and create an account, log in, create you an app from your CSV. Talk to you later. Thank you. Bye.